All right, for this week, we are going to go into the March 30th, April 3rd folder, and all of our necessary materials are in there. Let's start with the weekly plan, which is the first document. So the weekly plan is your breakdown. It has the overview, it has a possible timeline to help you stay organized, but at the bottom here is really where the important pieces are. One, your tasks for the week, what you need to submit, as well as what those should look like, okay? So let's just do a quick look at your to-do list for this week. The first thing is to finish your research. Remember, you need 3 sources. Those sources can come from databases, websites, or better yet, if you go into Destiny and log in to Destiny Discover, remember Miss Liebel has pulled a whole bunch of ebooks to help you. So first thing is to make sure you have those 3 sources. Second step says complete and submit a works cited. That is in Noodle Tools. Enter your 3 sources, make sure they are properly entered, and then export the Word document, submit that to Schoology, please, with those 3 sources. Your third task is to create your 1 to 2 minute presentation. That will ultimately go on to Flipgrid, which is the next one. Upload your presentation to Flipgrid. And then finally, complete an FRQ, okay? So you have 3 things that need to be turned into me this week. 1, your works cited. 2, your presentation. And 3, your FRQ, which is on Schoology. All right, let's look at those assignments in Schoology now. First assignment is your works cited. All you need to do is submit the works cited you create in Noodle Tools here. So what I should see when I look at that, or what I'm looking for proficiency, is 3 credible, diverse sources that are cited properly using MLA formats. So double check that capitalization is right as you're entering things into Noodle Tool, and then make sure that you're using diverse sources. So all I'm looking for with your works cited is that you have 3 sources, they're cited properly, they're credible, which if they're coming from databases and books, those would be credible. And then that they are diverse. So that means avoiding 3 websites, avoiding using the same source for all 3 of the things you find, okay? Or the same database, for example, for the 3 sources. So find a variety of things that can help with your presentation, and you'll be proficient on this assignment. The next thing is our gallery or the Flipgrid videos. Again, here's the list of people. If you can't remember your person, I don't know who it is, so pick somebody. And you are to create a 1 to 2 minute video, and it is graded on, if you look at the bottom, evidence and commentary, research, and presenting information. This is what I'm looking for each of those things. For research, I want you to use 2 of the sources you cited in your works cited. You can use 3, that's great, but they need to be orally cited. What an oral citation sounds like is when you say in your presentation, according to the article titled blank from Groliers, comma, so-and-so was born on date, okay? I need to hear at least 2 oral citations in your presentation to know where you're using your research, all right? The next thing that I'm assessing is how you present the information. So the biggest word to think about with that is that it is engaging. Your presentation needs to be 1 to 2 minutes. Obviously, I need to hear what you're saying. It needs to be good enough quality that it's answering the questions, but I don't want to just listen to you talk for a minute, okay? Use images, use text, use video effects, whatever you need to make it an engaging 1 to 2 minute presentation, okay? The final standard is evidence and commentary. So what that is asking you to do is that you have enough evidence to answer all of those questions that are in the actual assignment sheet, which is right there, and that you have explained the significance of that person's role or that person's disobedience, okay? Those are the 3 things that I am going to grade for. When you are done with your video, there is a link up here. Click your period and teacher and go ahead and submit that to the Flipgrid. If you have already submitted but you would like to redo it, just submit a new video. I will look at the most recent one. The final assignment then for the week is actually an FRQ, but I do have an optional assignment. This is, it's not attached, but I'll make sure I go and put it on there. is a pre-writing document. So if you watch other people's presentations, those are all possibly great evidence for your FRQ on Friday. The document that I will attach here is just kind of a graphic organizer to jot down things you see in those presentations, okay? Again, this is an optional assignment. It's just a way to brainstorm and pre-write before you do your last assignment, which is the FRQ. Now, this is going to look a little bit different because I'm coming from the teacher ends, but if I go into preview, yours is just going to look like a quiz. When you start a new attempt, you will only have 45 minutes to type your FRQ. That is the amount of time you are going to have on the modified exam at the end of the year. So I want us to practice in that time set. That said, make sure you have 45 minutes to reserve before you start a new attempt, okay? When you start the new attempt, the prompt will appear. You may take a screenshot of the prompt if you would like to write on it, okay? I do ask that you delete that screenshot when you're done because it does no one any good if you go and tell everybody what the prompt is. The issue with that is, one, it's disrespectful because that's cheating. But two, everyone else needs to learn how to do this in the 45-minute window as well, okay? So please, please, please show integrity, be honest, and don't share the prompt with other people. For that reason, if you take a screenshot of the prompt when you are done, please delete it, okay? All right, I hope that explains what you need to do for me this week. Again, a quick overview. Finish your research and submit your works cited. Create your 1 to 2 minute engaging presentation with oral citations. Submit that to the Flipgrid, which is linked on the Disobedience Gallery. After that, you have the option of creating a short pre-writing activity by watching other people's presentations. And then the last thing that you have to do this week is an FRQ. So again, 3 assignments this week: works cited, presentation, FRQ.